Greetings, D.Lorina here. Today has been a very odd day. I don't know if you can see, but I'm holding a log in front of you. This is my feet. Both feet have been swelling since the beginning of November. I've had time to sit down and read my journal, and my journal dates as far back as the 11th of November when I started to see some swelling in my legs. Initially, I thought it was due to me intaking a lot more water because I'm on the detox cleanse, etc. And but I had a pain in the heart and I didn't want to think anything of it. And then later on that night, I was bursting to go to the toilet and I didn't go because I decided to start filming again and get back onto the peace and good day messages and all of that. And I was just in the flow. I just didn't want to get up and go toilet, and it was cold in here as it is all the time. I always complain about the cold in the winter here. But then what was going on is that the leg just started to swell, and yes, I sit at a 90-degree angle. I like to cross my legs. If anything, I will get a little pins and needles, because my legs are crossed. But this here, I was noticing how my ankles were getting really big. Right now, it's really big. And I've creamed it because I don't want nothing happening to the skin. I want it to stay malleable. But I've got no ankles. I'm not sure if you can see. It's very bad. I've got no shape to my foot, no ankle bone. This is pure fluid, pure fluid, and I could feel it seeping. So today, the same with this here. It's really tight, really tight. So I've gone up, I think, a stone in a couple of days. I've taken, I journal. So this here is my health, self-love journey through everything. My health has been number one priority. And this here is alarming. I can put it down to one or two things: an allergic reaction to something, but also it affecting the heart. But usually this happens when I do something that I'm not supposed to have done, which obviously brings on an adverse reaction. But you can't play with the reaction, basically. So I had one antihistamine left. I had in October an allergic reaction to grapes, and I've spoken about this already. Contacted the GP, tried to take the pictures, my pictures, it wouldn't send. Tried to send him the pictures over the phone. Everything is electronic. He said they didn't come out too well. I said, yeah, I have some good ones here, but it wouldn't allow me to upload my own. Went to the pharmacist. They gave me some mouthwash, and it just advised me if I had an antihistamine to take it, to which I did. So I had a feeling that I was having an allergic reaction because, again, I was getting it, but I didn't know what it was, if it was the garlic, if it was the shallots. And I had to go private to get help with the pain I was getting in my stomach and just everything that was happening to me, the nerves in my back, all of that. I went to 2 nutritionists, and they gave me some people, a group that does the non-dairy, what have you, for whatever it is called. I think I may have got rid of it now. Usually I keep these things because I find them quite useful. I like to cross-reference, etc. But there's been a few things that I've been advised. There's been a few things that's been given to me that's really helped me along the way. There's a few things that I've learned, etc. So for me, it would have been a combination of things. It would have been like a sugar, because I'm trying to test other natural sugars, i.e. coconut nectar, jaggery, and date powder. There's a date powder. I like date syrup, but not every date syrup I can have because of the brand. There's a particular date syrup I can have. And the same with the honey. Not every honey I can have. There are particular honeys I can have, because not every honey is honey. And that's how I've been living, date syrup and honey. So what I've been ingesting has had sugar in it. It's had jaggery in it. And I had rice and peas, red kidney beans. As far as I'm concerned, that hasn't really been the issue. But I think that by making the ice cream and doing the tester, led me to some issues, as well as the chocolate, because I put some of the sugar in the chocolate. So I did different strengths. So these are some of the things that I'm keeping note of, I'm keeping tabs with. And to help ease it, I would have my herbal teas, etc. And I don't really want the teas, but I do. Part issue that I have is I had a case of parasites. And I had been on a cleanse and a tox from April. And the issue with this is, when I first became very ill back in 2019, I had a seizure. And my food, I never used to cook my food mostly, but I was given a tea. And after giving the tea was made for me. And after being given the tea, I got sick. I was given the tea again the following month, and I felt sick again. But this time I was ready. I left my door ajar. I called my ex-husband. I called my mother, and I said to them, I feel the same way. All right, so I've left the door open. Now, I don't know, but my body, the way it attacked me when I got sick, I said to myself it was a good job I had size on, because had I not had size on, there would have been none of me left. I lost a considerable amount of weight in a short space of time. For those who know me know. I don't have to keep repeating, but for certain cases, I will just make a note and a summary. So it's been 5 years, and I've been trying to help myself through the diet. Initially, following How to Eat to Live helped me out a great deal. And I wanted to try other things, but it wasn't me wanting to try other things. I was advised to try other things by the nutritionist, etc., which would have me eat more, like 2 meals. And I didn't want that, like just a juice in the morning for energy. And that would make me spend more money. Where I was on How to Eat to Live 1 meal a day, I had my budget set. I was saving everything with the little that I had. So this blew it out of proportion, because I still had to buy certain things and, invest in what have you. Same with the other nutritionist. He saw that my kidneys needed hydration, advised me to do the coconut water, all of that. And so with that now, it's a matter of affordability. What can you afford? When I went home, it was a case of staying vegan. And again, you come from a different place. These people think you got money. They would not charge you too much in the beginning, and when you go back, they'll start to charge you. Even my hands feel like it's swelling. I've just had a shower because I've just come home from the hospital. I had to ask a neighbor to pick me up. The time is now 11:57 in the evening, and when she picked me up, it was about 10:15, and I stopped to get something in the shop, So they gave me a prescription for water, for a water tablet, and then set me up to do some type of clinic. I haven't even sat down and read the discharge papers. I just wanted to get out of there. I felt they took blood from me 3 times. Initially, they said that the in the lab the machine broke down. That's what they said. And then they did it a third time, but on the third go, they sent me home. So apparently the place closes at 10, and this is before A&E. They didn't send me to A&E. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if I was supposed to leave. This is how bad it is. But I'm home, and I said I've got to keep a record of this. This is just an addition to where I was, but I can't let it get me down, because part of it, I think, may have been self-inflicted. But I had to buy the dewormer the other day, and I took it the Saturday, just a little one, like the recommended amount that they tell you to take. But had noticed on Sunday that my groin was hurting me when I went to go shopping, when I went for a walk to go shopping. I noticed that it was very painful. And then today, not today, but yesterday, as the swelling was continuing, because today's day, we are now, it's Wednesday the 3rd, right? So we're midweek. Tomorrow's Thursday, in that next minute. Both groins were hurting me. And I could just feel, I could feel it. I could feel the body oozing. I remember what that feeling was, you know, and it had me bedridden for a long time, for a while. And I couldn't sleep lying down. I had to stay up. And that's the same now. I cannot sleep lying down. But I just remember thinking to myself, you should have never done the IVF treatment then, because I had an adverse reaction to IVF then. Here, I'm having some type of reaction, but no one has properly diagnosed me with the actual stuff. When I went to the private people, the nutritionist, the man told me wheat, sugar, and onions. That's what he told me, and that's what I've been telling the NHS. I've been asking them to test me out for celiac and for the other stuff. Eventually, they tested me in 2023, in May or June of 2023, and said to me, I have polyoral syndrome, which is basically a allergy to pollinated foods, which is your normal fruits and veg. So you tell me, is your sister supposed to be eating at all? Is the question. You know? Now I have to eat because I've got to get my body back to some type of normality. Yesterday, the Tuesday, I was passing a lot of parasites from my body, like a lot of parasites. I was running to the toilet, and what was coming out was parasites. And in 2022, when I changed GP, I had a pain here in my stomach, because that's where the pain always comes. And then I went yellow in the skin, and that's what happened to me when I initially was sick. But this was when the lockdown started happening, and I knew it wasn't COVID. There was something else, you know, because I was sick from the year before. So fast forward, when I went for the ultrasound in 2022, the man had another look and he saw a shadow over my kidney. And the doctor was querying ovarian cancer, and that was ruled out in 2023. So I noticed there would be activities when I eat certain foods. And funny, because I started to remember that's what happened to the ex. Like, he would say something's going on with his stomach and all of that. But he used to do the cooking, but he used to do the farming too. But I was very particular. I like to be clean. I like to thoroughly wash my things. And this man always used to like just to go against all my wishes. So I'm not saying it's him. It could have been any other way of obtaining. Last year I had extra strong mints. I looked at the ingredients and it had pork gelatin in it. So that just goes to show you how things change, and it's very important to read the ingredients. You know, read the ingredients. So right now I stood above my prayer mat and I can't even bend to pray. I'm going to have to sit down and pray and just ask for forgiveness, guidance, because to deviate means that you get chastised. So eating the things that I'm not supposed to eat. But I was testing, but I was doing a little bit too much, because 1 or 2 times is okay if it's not doing anything to you. But then when it starts to affect you, then you cannot, you have to adhere to the warning. But I just never knew that my body would do what it's doing. So I'm keeping pictures of my stool. I'm doing all of that because I just feel that they're not helping us in the way in which they need to. And this is why I took control of my health in the beginning. Because I just knew that I wouldn't get the help I deserve. I've been sent home and no one's told me what my x-ray results are. No one's told me what my blood results is saying. No one's told me anything about what is happening to me now. I've had pulmonary edema back in 2012 because of the adverse reaction to the IVF treatment, which saw me spend 15 days, 15 nights in the hospital. And even then, when I went, they were just getting me out because the money. It boiled down to the money. The NHS. I'm there under the NHS. So we have to be very, very cautious to what we eat. Even how we eat it, how we prepare it. It is very important. I know that my detox and cleanse is supposed to be part of my fast, my observance of fasting. Right now, we're in December month and it is an observance of Ramadan, which I have been doing, but I've been, for what I'm drinking, I've had to have milk and I didn't want any milk. And then, you want to sweeten your milk. And again, all of that could contribute because you don't have the actual thing itself. So I cannot play with my diet at all. What they did for me when I was in the hospital is they had me on fluids, which is called albumin. It's a form of protein. And what I was advised by one of the herbalists, the one that saw the allergies that I had, said to me with the heart issue that he saw that I need to have selenium, which is in eggs. So I bought some eggs and I've boiled some eggs so I can just eat some dry eggs just to help me. This thing is kind of in my cavity, but I'm really not sure how it's going to. I'm just hoping and praying that, because I need some raw milk to prepare as well. I bought some Greek yogurt, which is soured milk. And yes, I'm just gonna love myself even more. So right now it's freezing cold. I'm gonna have to put on the heating. I'm gonna have to put on more clothing. I literally packed my bags because I wasn't sure if I was gonna stay in the hospital or not. But it seems like their system is different now. And yeah, that's just where it's at this moment. So I've taken a couple of pictures of my leg. To other people, this might look normal, but I know my body. I've got no ankle. I can't even, it's shiny. I can't bend it. It looks like Michelin foot. And I've got some long socks here to act as a compressor, because we have that DVD madness in the family too. But look, this is horrible. But tried and tested, it's just gonna make me learn to love myself even more. So I made some body creams, and I've just come out the hot shower and I've creamed my skin. I wanted a brush. I've got a like a scrubbing pad thing. So we're just gonna take our time, and I've got like a bucket for my feet and my legs. So I'll shower, and then after just take my time and look after my legs. Like all of this, I could feel it. I could feel it. It got hard. It got. Look at this. It's not normal. It's not normal. So December month, we're gonna spend it home as it was planned. But I had planned to do like some running and some exercise, especially when it gets cold. I was planning to do 20 minutes walk, but right now all the pressure has to come off my feet. See, no shape in the leg. None. Look at that. It looks like a foot cast. I'm just glad I'm home and in my own space. Somebody knows I'm here. I can call on them if need be. But honey is a healer, so I do need some honey. I've got to figure this out. I just need the healers right now. Oh, there we go. See that? Another foot cast. Just don't want nothing digging in my feet. There we go. Right, so that's the compressors done. I don't own shorts, but I'm gonna put on my home pants. So even this, look, I've got a blotch here. I've got a blotch on my leg and another blotch here. I'm just keeping an eye on what's going on with my legs. What a day. What a day. I think I've got enough down information wise, and then the rest I'll just. But my phone's done something very funny. It said I had to unlock the phone in order to access the camera, but I had unlocked the phone. And then it asked me for allowing and denying, right? So I don't trust none of this, but I have nothing to hide. I don't I don't trust any of these things. All here feels odd. I haven't drank nothing all day. I haven't eaten nothing all day. I just feel odd. I just don't feel myself. But I already knew how the system is going to behave, especially with our people. Especially with our people. Right. Signing off.